on forwards, charging for the fray, and I love that we're taking these aggressive matchups on the side of R7. They said it on the desk. R7 come from a region where fighting is everything, and they want to take it to BLG in game one.
Yeah, I really hope that they're able to bring this one forward, especially the fact that you kind of end up with a little bit of the comfort coming through for Sayo on the Zaya. You're also looking at that Rakan for Lions, which has been really good. An 80% win rate at 12.5 KDA. This has been huge. And even like for a lot of picks on BLG you haven't seen before, right? Yagao hasn't really played the Nautilus. The last time we played it was in 2020. A long time ago before we've seen this form.
Yeah. And you have to question the change of styles from Yagao as well, because he has always been somewhat of a supportive mid laner, but in the finals against JDG, Yagao had a couple of pretty rough games towards the end of that series, playing on this Syndra, playing on these carries. Feels like they've definitely changed tacks coming into MSI.
Yeah, it definitely feels kind of similar story to, hey, look, we want to try and do what G2 did yesterday. Yep. Play through that mid jungle, lean into bot, look for several dives.
Stood on a ward, but has a ward of his own, so just going to get a slightly positive trade. Sayo not actually able to get in range himself, so I mean, it's only a minor bit of poke, but it's the mental game in that bottom lane.
It's the looking back and forth, go, you what, mate? You what? What are you going to do?
They are in London after all.
Exactly. You got to make the most of it. But at the moment, Bong trying to get onto this top side, just trying to see where Shun is starting. Doesn't quite spot the jungler, but will not even actually get a ward down to make sure they can see where Shun is going to start. So no real information going across just yet, apart from that ward that you can see for R7 on towards the Raptors.
Yeah, smart play by Shun there to start on his Wolves, so he's not spotted out, so that information isn't given away. Yagao on the Nautilus, already trading heavily in the mid lane, but an all-in on the bottom side as well. Elk charging on forward, still level 1 on both sides. It's an ignite for a heal in the end.
That's really not a trade that you want to try and make here as Lions and Sayo. As Elk stepping forward again. This is not the amount of bullying you should get.
He just lost his flash, and he's still going forwards for these trades, and Lions really feeling the brunt of it.
Yeah, the fact though is that Shun is still wasting a good bit of time. Like, Adi did get his wolves as this is all going on. You're getting the pressure on bot side now as Elk looking for the all-in. BLG want to go for the dive.
Yeah, happy to take tower shots for that play as Yagao moves forward. Oh, the bubble is beautiful, and that is just gorgeous play from BLG. Adi arrives, but it's too little too late.
Perfect timing as well. This was the wave where R7's bot lane were probably going to hit level 6. The fact that they'd managed to just about deny it, get the kills, get on out, with Shun having the ultimate available for himself. Great timing by BLG.
And Miru, yes, building up a bit of a CS lead, will get himself 2 plates in the mid lane. So at least a silver lining on the side of R7. Will get something for themselves, but 2,000 gold lead now in favor of BLG.
And if there's anyone on this roster you want to try and get some gold into it, it'll be Miro. He has been the late game carry, and he needs to carry this game when things are going this way for the bot side. Really good job here. Great bubble coming through from On even tanking up the turret. Knows there's no one who can really deal much damage to him on the backside, and even just the early heal coming through from On hasn't really created that much of a lead for himself. You can see there's actually a CS lead for Bin. Now they're trying to use that push on top side they had to start up Rift Herald, but you can see where BLG are. They're not really in a position to follow up on this, but with BLG spotting R7, starting the Rift Herald, it may be time for another dive in the bot lane, and Shun is already moving in.
Yeah, I mean, Sayo just cannot catch a break. The CS lead is absurd. The amount of plates Elk is getting
level 5.
is absurd. And now Shun wants to go for another dive, kicked into the wave. And my goodness, this is a tidal wave of pressure to the bottom side.
This isn't even fair. The man is still level 5. He doesn't have the ult available. Yes, he has the flash, but kick into the wave. You're CC'd for days. There's no hope of you surviving that. Really nice stuff from BLG, but heartbreaking for the LLA representative.
I mean, before 11 minutes, they've taken the bot lane tower. This is brutal. Bin and Bong in a 1v1, and it's Gigabin in the top side to find his solo kill.
Bin finding the advantage in the counter matchup as well. This was the matchup to keep our eyes on. We're hoping Bong might have been able to get some advantages, but it is not going to be the case. Shun now, just spot Adi and Line starting to move over here, on the way. Use the fact that you've got a very fed Lucianami with those first times complete to put the hurt down.
The damage onto Sayo there. Elk knows how to put the pressure down. We talk about the mythic spike, right, for Lucianami. Well, they're feeling mythic today, that's for sure. Bin could be in trouble as Bong getting the damage out, but he's not quite. Oh, he turns it around! Bong rips him apart!
The axe has come down at the perfect moment, but it may not be done yet. Adi needed to be here for Shun, waiting over the wall. Damage has been healed up.
Lions does get knocked up. Sayo taking a chunk as well from Elk. that Imperial Mandate. And I feel like they're just playing at arm's length. They're not necessarily committing to these all-ins. They're just making sure that Sayo can never step.
Even looking at Yago in this top side, but that does leave Elk in this mid to get a ton of poke damage off, and you just can't step up with this Zaya at all.
Almost 2,000 gold from plays as Elk. Oh my days! What is that damage onto Lions? And the flash burn as well. I mean, if Elk wasn't strong enough already, a bonus kill chucked in there. See the gold difference pretty heavily in favor of Elk right now.
Upside to make sure they're fine. Interesting to see even just that they're playing off of the two waves here as well as Bin going into the bot side.
Oh, here we go, 1v1 once again. Bin versus bot. He's gone. He flies over the wall. And obviously the Ragnarok denies it. And there's a pick in the jungle onto Shun as well. R7 finding their moment. Oh, Oddie, wait, the culling. Oh my days, Lions managing to block it in the meantime. Bin could be in trouble, but Yagao moving over. Miru's here. It's a 2v2 between the solo laners, but Bin nowhere near the play right now. Yagao's alone. He doesn't have that much damage to work with. It's 2 tanks, and this Olaf will shred them. Yagao in trouble.
Wait a sec.
Knock up is there. Bin gets the churn on through the health bars. Bomb goes down. Miru next on the chopping block, and BLG with a straight up hand stiff.
That is not allowed! How did they go in with about a quarter of their health and manage to turn that one around? The amount of healing that was coming through, the shielding and everything, they just couldn't do anything.
I thought that Bong was going to go crazy.
Immediately roams across, they might be able to, but we're just going to catch this on the replay here. This is the invade coming in onto top side. The Shun comes across. I'm not sure.
This is a bold invade.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is not exactly where you want to be, Shun. The fact they managed to pick him off is just kind of a little bit overconfident, I will say. And then Oddie trying to see if he can get the culling down to try and turn around, but it's not quite enough.
Yeah, then obviously the 2v2 in the bottom side, exceptionally close, and it looks fantastic. Oh, hang on, we're going back to live because Miro's already gone down. Oddie next on the chopping block. The tidal wave is perfect once again, and Sayo, you're going nowhere on this one. Elk with the chase down. Bong next. Look at the damage out from Elk. That is obscene.
That was absolutely disgusting, and now BLG, they just get to push in mid. There's absolutely no way that R7 can try and fight back against this, and once more, Rift Tower is going to be started up by Shun. So now instead of looking for tier 2s a lot of the times with this Rift Tower, they can maybe crack up the base. Wait, what?
He's CC immune, he's going for the 1v3 play, but I'm not sure he's got the damage to pull that one off. Elk finishes the job. In fact, Yagao getting the kill hit. Yagao's got 4 kills on Nautilus, by the way.
What a lad. I am loving the fact that we're getting to see this Nautilus more and more. Even though we don't have the regular setup that we expect, it's still looking great.
I just want to mention Bin in the interview before this game saying, you know...
name. But at the moment, looks like BLG is just a step a bit too far for them. I have to see as Miru going to be jumped on.
Well, Elk certainly has the damage to finish this one off, and Yagao flashes for the hook. Lions in a little too late. Going to demolish proc. Actually, BLG backing away, not wanting to tank the tower, waiting for that minion wave to finish the job as Bong just gets a chunk taken out of him. And I feel like Elk has always been an aggressive AD carry. He's giving us a case study on how to play Lucian Namian.
Looks like that's exactly what they're going to do now. This Baron will not go down particularly quickly with the composition that they have, but they also will lose a huge amount of health trying to take this Baron as well. You can see the blistering pace that health bar is going down at.
Oh, tidal wave comes across the enemy team as Yagao moves forward. Sayo's there. Elk just shredding Bong right now. Featherstorm already comes on through, but Shun's gone too deep. Perhaps a chance for R7 as they find a pick onto the jungler, but they're answered with their own. And a hook from Yagao sets up for the double. And Elk making R7 look like a deer in headlights. Yagao with another as Bong has given up on the situation.
Triple kill comes through for Elk. Miru is the only one to escape, and BLG will return immediately back towards the big purple worm. Again, the ability to just start off these fights and turn over. Everyone apart from Bin has a way to get over the wall, and even he's willing to invest his splash to make that happen. So BLG just able to make the play work.
I think it's fair to say that right now, Bilibili are gaming. They are absolutely game. 8-0-6 on Elk. 5-0-7 on Yagao. And you know, we talked about, I said in Champs Select, foolishly, that looking towards that miracle fight, they got to pick on Shun in the previous one.
Man, I don't know if a miracle fight's even going to happen. I'm not funny there, but maybe here.
Almost a pick onto Elk, but it's Oddie to go down instead as the culling comes on through. And it will be R7 that are called. Bin comes out on the backside. Miro kicked into the team. Does find Elk, but the healing is there and keeps himself alive. Bin zoning the squad. As Bong now chasing down Elk. Elk just like looking for the next contender as he takes them down one by one. His whole squad just bounces and he's chilling in the club. It's 2 Nexus Towers going down. It's a 26-minute victory for BLG and a dominant entrance to MSI.
A welcome to BLG to the international stage. They're looking damn clean as they pick up game 1.
Absolutely magnificent stuff there. See Elk very happy with that win. It's a 1-0 start. R7 not out of the picture just yet. It's best of 3, so they've got a little bit of time to work on this one. They can go back to the drawing board. And we saw in the interview, they were coming in saying, look,